Tinder is undeniably the most exciting thing to take place in the realm of online dating since the advent of the internet. Since its launch in September 2012, it has achieved the kind of meteoric success that is only possible in this day and age. Tinder has over 50 million users, 4.1 million paying members, and over $800 million in income in a single year. These statistics are sufficient to illustrate why Tinder is presently one of the mobile applications and social companies developing at the quickest rate of all time. Nevertheless, the question that everyone is interested in is, how exactly does this revolutionary mobile app work and bring in large amounts of money while operating on such a simple business model? Swipe left or right to find a mate, chat, and go on dates. And that is it. In case you are also intrigued by these questions, continue watching this video as we unveil the ingenious algorithm of Tinder. Tinder is a mobile social search application that is based on location. It facilitates connections between users who share common interests by matching them and allowing them to communicate with one another. The business strategy for the dating app became popular among users because it was available as a free application, the Tinder Basic model. However, paid memberships were also added for Tinder Plus and Tinder Gold. Now, even Tinder Platinum has entered the game. Tinder allows users to easily create profiles by logging in with their mobile number or through Facebook. The latter helps it obtain all the necessary information, including a profile picture, interests, and information about employment or school. Tinder finds prospective matches for its users depending on their current location using an algorithm to analyze the data. The information that is imported from Facebook is also used by the application, in addition to the location, in order to make the matching process as accurate as possible. After that, the application displays the photographs and a brief photo of the potential matches to the user using only each person's first name. The user is then prompted to swipe right to indicate that they like the recommended profile, or left to indicate that they don't like it before continuing the search. Tinder is a pioneer in innovating the swipe function, which is an essential component of the app's design. Users are matched with one another if they have both shown interest in the same user. In order to begin a conversation, only a match is required. You score a match, you most probably get a date. Tinder is a dating and social networking program that was developed in North America. It was available for no cost whatsoever in the starting days. Matchbox was the name of the prototype for the mobile application that Sean Rad and Justin Mateen both developed at the startup incubator Hatch Labs. Rad had found a lack of platforms that allowed users to meet each other and had observed that a mechanism known as double opt-in could reduce the anxiety associated with engaging in conversation with unknown individuals. By 2014, there were over 1 billion swipes every day, which equaled 12 million potential matches. However, in 2015, did things really start to pick up? The application transitioned from its previous operating strategy as a freemium business model and started charging users for access to certain services. Tinder's operations were split into two sections: the Tinder Network, which was responsible for making connections, and Tinder Plus, which was responsible for making financial transactions. As already discussed, Tinder Plus, Gold, and Platinum are all in-app memberships that provide access to premium features. These features include unlimited likes, the ability to chat with singles located anywhere in the world, undo an accidental swipe using Rewind, 1 boost per month, and additional super likes to help users stand out from the crowd. Tinder Gold subscribers also have early access to the Likes You function, which allows them to see who is interested in them even before they decide whether or not to swipe right. Users can think of it as their own personal swipe right attendant, available to them at any time of the day, who brings all their potential matches to them. It became a popular new feature that brought in a lot of money for Tinder. Tinder Gold increased sales by 19% by introducing this game-changing feature, improving the user experience. This actually works by capitalizing on users' innate desire to know results as quickly as possible. And last but not least, we have Tinder Platinum, the king of all. In addition to all its subordinate offers, this version includes prioritized likes and, most importantly, the ability to message before being matched. Tinder also has entered into partnerships with various corporations to facilitate the display of their sponsored material within user profiles. Tinder, much like Snapchat, has cleverly hidden the sponsored advertising and content on its standard interface to make it appear less intrusive. When a user selects right on a sponsored profile, he's matched. With that, however, he also receives a pre-written message from the supportive representative with whom he can converse or connect by tapping on the link provided. Tinder still has other ways to make money hidden away, such as charging as much as $70 to have your profile promoted so more people would see it. Priority likes and super likes are also other options that cost money. But Tinder claims they are worth it because they highlight your profile in a distinct hue. Tinder has effectively made online dating a pay-to-win competition. There's a good chance your matchmaking success rate may decrease if you don't pay to upgrade and then keep the premium membership. Tinder also has another hidden weapon, the ELO, or desirability score. This secret score system determines when and to whom a user is presented. Tinder's algorithm will stop presenting your profile as often if they conclude it isn't popular enough. However, something even more intriguing is the Tinder paradox. Every app in the App Store wants you to use it for as long as possible. Some apps, like TikTok, employ AI to forecast what content to show you to keep you engaged and prevent you from leaving the app. Tinder provides a comparable service, albeit in a somewhat different format. It is said Tinder loses 2 clients for every successful match it enables, since if they get into a relationship, they will probably get rid of Tinder. This is why it's possible Tinder doesn't want you to find a compatible partner. Tinder just loves you being alone and single scrolling over your phone. They keep users around longer by freezing your potential connections. The brand enhances your profile from the outset to get you hooked, so expect to see a lot of potential matches after you establish your profile. However, this number decreases rapidly soon. But right before you're done being frustrated and ready to uninstall the app, the program will alert you with a potential match. And just like that, you're sucked in again. Tinder reportedly employs data science to determine the average number of matches a user receives before they find a date and delete the app, and also how often users need to acquire a match to use the service routinely. Now that we know probably everything we could ever need to know about Tinder, let's move toward the most important discussion. Why is Tinder so successful, and how is it that among hundreds of dating apps, almost none comes on par with Tinder's superiority? The most important lessons dating startups can learn from Tinder's business model is number 1, focusing growth. While many are unaware, word of mouth is the most important factor in growth. Tinder is credited for revolutionizing the concept of viral sharing and word of mouth by targeting college campuses. Tinder focused on gaining organic traction with users who had an exceptional experience using the service rather than investing money in sponsored promotion and advertising. Number 2, never neglect your customers. The dating app Tinder developed its own version of positive psychology. Users are able to give a thumbs up to anyone, but they have no way of knowing whether or not they've been accepted. This provides an exceptional addictive experience and protects users from the damaging effects of negative psychology, such as the feeling of being rejected. Number 3, the elimination of resistance is essential. Tinder created something that required no work on the user's part. All it takes is a simple swipe and you're finished with the process. We all know how frustrating it can be to stroll and type a term. The designers of user interfaces and applications can especially understand this, as they have a lot of insight into how reducing friction can result in an amazing user experience. Number 4, comprehend the user's needs. Tinder is the only dating app that truly needs no explanation. These days, those who date are too busy and lazy to get serious. They require user-friendliness and convenience in every aspect of their experience, from watching the most recent episode online to even calling a taxi. Tinder focused on this and accomplished it in the true sense. It has reduced all user barriers by developing an app that only requires one motion. There is no need to click, press buttons, or type. All you have to do is swipe and you're done. Number 5, becoming socially accepted. One of the most competitive markets is also one of the oldest, the market for online dating apps. Tinder has been so successful because of its great branding, as well as its quick reactivity and adaptability to the needs of its users. The brand managed to turn flirt and seduction into an acceptable and proud social habit. Even though new players are constantly entering the market, Tinder will almost certainly keep its crown. It will continue its rapid expansion, and similar apps must study its model if they want to enjoy such levels of success in the years to come.